Bing bongy bong, bing bongy bong. Welcome to Bud Mouse. This is Joe, the bearded historian. He'll tell you an interesting history. Be careful of his soldiers, they can be brats. This is Angel, she's an entity. She'll cause chaos and plant her hands at you. This is Sue, she likes spirits, not the alcohol. She's the reason this channel exists. This is David, he likes fire trucks. He's here occasionally. Bing bongy bong, bing bongy bong, bing bongy bong. We preserve his story. Are you ready? It's almost Christmas. And we have a shout out. Are you ready? I don't know what Christmas shout outs do with one another, but you know. 2 new news updates from me, just because. Here we go. Shout out time. Here's a shout out just for you. You support me, so I support you. This shout out is from our friend, Crazy Crafter Adventures, and she sent us a card. So hang on a minute, I'll grab that and show you. Okay, this is the back, and this is the front. And it's the snow. Yes, there's snow outside, and I like the sunny surface. And then it says, "May your holidays sparkle." So, yeah, we just wanted to feature her again for sending us a wonderful Christmas card. We don't get many, mostly because we haven't sent any. But with things looking the way they are and things, money and budget stabilizing, maybe that's something we can do next year. So, hope you all have a very good day, and we'll see you later.
Dedicated in memory of Chief Neil Frank, 1927 to 1966, Department Physician. Dr. Oscar Alden, 1951 to 1974. There you go, buddy.
Fire and Rescue.
Established 1876. I like the bench.
Yeah.
Need to have gentleness, caution, education, willingness. Must have strength, courage, wisdom, and determination. Life, home, town, land.
Oh, it's like one of our ambulances.
Yeah. Howdy, howdy.
What was it called here?
Yeah.
There you go.
We were all the way down there by past Vasilla, and we were going to ask them if we could, go to see a fire station over there. It's the place that has the axe murder.
Oh, Villisca?
Yeah.
They're all volunteer.
Yeah.
Nobody there.
So
Unless there's a call.
this is cool. I mean, you guys got a ton of trucks.
Well, yeah, we're the only ALS service in Montgomery County. And then we cover western half of Mills. We end up going up to Griswold and cover part over into Adams County. I live in Essex. If I'm here, then they don't have paramedics. So, yeah, we got 500 some odd square miles to cover, so we need trucks.
Wow. Yeah.
Especially with the dry season that we just had that was dry. Now it's not dry. Now we're full of flood.
Yeah, see, we're from up in Rapid City, up in South Dakota, and we've got 8 stations, and I mean, they've got one for the airport before we're really bored, you know.
Yeah, yep.
Got crews out there, but
North Cruise, yep. My cousin-in-law is in charge of 911 for Minnehaha County.
sweet. What's funny is he's addicted to fire stations. We went to Sioux Falls one year. We saw the zoo. We saw the butterfly pavilion. What was his thrill? Seeing a firehouse out there. Oh. Like, well, it's you know.
Well, one of our guys, he's on a call right now, but he just got back from Nashville on vacation. Yeah, all you can do is send pictures of the stations they were staying next to at the hotel, and all the trucks coming out of it.
Yeah, it's that was the other crazy thing is well, due to the pandemic, we were all over the place, just visiting small towns and stuff. I mean, we you know, if we ever saw a fire station, you know, obviously the volunteer ones are everywhere. We'd take a photograph and send it to him.
Right.
So I mean, you know, there's places where I think there's more firemen than there's actually population.
Yeah, it can be that way. But then again, you know, it used to be you paid one department to a house fire to take care of it. Now you page 5 and 6 to it, just hoping to get 5 and 6 guys and
Right.
trucks and water there. To,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
trying to even start on it. So it's changed a lot in the last 35 years that I've been doing this.
Oh yeah.
So
So yeah, like there's one town up called Ralph, and it's so funny because the cemetery's got like 300 people there. There's a volunteer fire department there, but I don't even think they keep the engines there anymore. I think they just send them out with the rancher.
oh yeah.
That way, if there's a
They do
call,
that,
they
yep.
can send them straight to the site instead of coming back to the headquarters.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
They're going to be out there and just answer with. Sorry. Listen to some of them up there, or some of them up, or down in Texas too. That they'll get a thunderstorm going through, and the backside of the thunderstorm, the lightning strike will happen 20 miles away from it, start a fire, and they got to drive through hail and lightning and wind to get to the grass fire on the other side of the storm.
But
That's just nuts.
Did you hear about that mess they had up there in western South Dakota?
Yeah, I've listened to it the other
Oh,
night.
God.
And all that water ran down through Yellowstone then.
Yeah, yeah. The thing that was crazy is one of my cousins sent a picture, and it looked like some big bobcat went up to the trailer and just started ripping the siding off.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm like, holy mac! And I don't think they've got homeowners insurance for something like that. It's a trailer, but I mean,
Yeah, I'd be covered.
Did you see a hailstone bigger than your hand? And I'm like, if that hits you, you'd probably be tripping the light fantastic after that event.
Come over here. This is our newest $1.1 million aerial truck.
Oh, fun. Hey, buddy, come on over a sec. Oh, there we go.
We used to have a 65-foot called a telesquirt with a rescue glider on. That was our aerial,
Uh-huh.
and it was sent. Let's see, it was a 1999 model. 3 years ago, we sent it to Omaha. I took it up there to get the power steering pump. It was leaking because 20 years old.
Right.
Well, they had to they ran a crane into it. It's a truck repair place. So they have an overhead crane for lifting motors and stuff out of trucks.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the new guy ran the crane into it and destroyed it.
Oops.
Because in order to lift these cabs up, you have to take the ladder up and swing it over, and then you flip the cab up. Well, the ladder was up and over, and they ran the crane into it.
Oops.
So we thought we were going to end up with somebody else's used ladder truck, you know, to take its place. I'll be darned if our city's insurance didn't come through, and they had to pay 10% of what their insurance didn't pay. They said you got to have a new truck to keep your insurance rating, because we have a nice insurance rating right. It's called ISO 4.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so a $1.1 million fire truck, the city I think paid $94,000 for. That was their part of the deductible. It's like, so they didn't even balk at it.
Yeah,
They
here's the check.
you know. So yeah, 110 foot with a bucket. It's an awesome truck. We love it.
Yeah, I remember when they got the one lighter truck, the aerial up there in Rapid, the Rosenbauer unit, and it's like every time that thing goes through town, David's right there watching the thing, you know, big red one.
Stay on the sidewalk. Just
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, see,
this thing's too big to whoa in a hurry.
yeah, our advantages is where our apartment is. It basically looks out on Anamosa, and so every time there's a call, it either has to go by our place one way or by our place the other way. There goes an ambulance right there.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's ours. It's coming back from a call.
Cool.
We just went to Omaha. So we'll make at least a trip, if not 2 or 3 to Omaha a day.
Wow.
This hospital out here, if you have a heart attack or a stroke, you have to,
Send
major
you on
trauma, it's got to go to Omaha.
Yeah.
So, I kind of like that old Ford. Is that a Ford?
Oh, that is not. Yeah, it looks like a Galaxy, isn't it? Wow.
Like it's original. Right, yep, that's we do EMS and fire. We don't have we're not either fire or EMS. We do it all. Whatever comes in first, we're firefighter and paramedic. So, but 90% of what we do is the EMS stuff like that.
Cool.
And we run anywhere from I've had a couple of times we've had 0 calls, but we run anywhere from usually 2 to 15 a day. It just depends on what happens. So we have a group of about 10 to 15 active volunteers that if we get in trouble or more than we can handle with a couple of guys, and it's they send out what we call general alarm, and our 10 paid guys, and if they want to, they can come in and get overtime to cover or help, and then the volunteers come in too, and they do it for nothing. So we get paid.
Yeah, so that's the thing we get kind of a kick out of up there in Rapid is that, as the town kept growing, they kept building little substations here and there. And now, besides the substations, if things really get dicey, we've got the volunteer fire departments. And
the surrounding county ones.
Yeah, and
we actually listen to them because they're on that pulse point.
Yeah.
And we still listen to them when they'll put out a major call. What Sioux Falls do, because nobody else has it. Lincoln has it, Sioux Falls has it, Kansas City has it, and West Des Moines. So I mean, we just don't have a lot of people close to it. Sioux Falls maybe would next to yeah. Sioux Falls used to have a pretty good web channel or a YouTube channel where they go through a truck or a station or piece of equipment every once a month, twice a month, whatever. Put on a little YouTube show. I thought that was pretty cool. I watched it.
Yeah, Boy likes watching them deploy on the YouTube channels and stuff. And he's got a program at the house that's kind of funny. He'll actually put together little animated videos and build his own firehouses and stuff.
There you go.
I can't
say that I wouldn't do that. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think would be anything interesting to show you, but so those are the squads, of course. Of course, this is our rural grass stuff. This truck here is our first out grass truck. There's our tanker, 2,000-gallon tanker. There's 750 gallons on the first out truck. Both these trucks have 750 on. And then that comes out the tanker. So depends on what we're doing. If it's small rubbish fire, grass fire, dumpster fire, whatever, we'll take this truck. And if there's 3 of us here, one of us can jump in that and follow up behind to make sure you get plenty of water and that kind of thing. And then back behind is a 4-door, 4-wheel drive F550. We actually had a lady in 2008 who left us $178,000, which you can imagine today that wouldn't make near as much as it would have back then. But we were able to buy that truck, the UTV. It's the sliding unit for this, and it was pretty cool. She left us that much money. Then we had somebody else 4 or 5 years ago that left us, which was their money. So she left us $58,000 in her will, and she says the stipulation was you spend it now, you don't save it, you spend it on something. And so we bought ourselves a heavy-duty 4-door Dodge pickup back there and put a Tommy lift gate on it, and now with our oxygen bottles and our big 5-inch roll of hose we use on fires, we don't have to try and lift it anymore. We have Tommy gate. It's pretty good for that.
Dang.
We're very fortunate we've had people leave us money in their wills, and we get good donations, and we have the city and the rural fire back us real well, and that's why we have equipment that looks this good. And this barrel is new. That's our oldest piece of equipment there since 1989, and that's that's 30-some years old now, but still, there's a lot of places around here that have trucks older than that they're running front line. we're lucky enough to. This is a 2009. It doesn't look like it. We take care of it now. The ladder truck's 3 years old now, so yeah. 2004, 2016 squad, 2010. Old reliable back here is a 1999 Freightliner that'll start and go every time. Doesn't have all the computerization. Doesn't have any of the exhaust restrictions and all that. That truck here just starts up and goes every time.
Wow.
And runs hard. It doesn't have a speed restrictor on like these ones do.
I like the old 130 one right there. That's
an 89 Spartan chassis, Gladiator chassis, Spartan body, and Darley pump. It has seen everything around here. It's blown the pump out, kept pumping. It's lost the alternator, keeps running. It doesn't need an alternator. It's an old Magneto. It's a tractor motor basically in there. It'll just run forever. This one of these trucks here, one little white wire. It's something and it goes to its knees. And this thing here, it doesn't matter. It's been on fire before. It's still pumping. So, no,
wow.
It's a great truck. This old, you can get in it every time. It'll start right up and it'll go do what you want it to do.
That reminds me when they had the 72 flood go through. We just had the 50th anniversary for it. And what was crazy is that at the point that they had that fire truck, and they actually got the ship bring it out for the program, because the water lines had gone in the town, they basically turned it into kind of a mobile medic unit where they were running over to pick up people and try to rescue, because they couldn't put out any fires.
Yeah.
They were at that stage.
They did. I mean, they just have to be careful with how they use their tank water. You might not put it out, but you can at least keep it from spreading.
Well, their problem was that the fires were on that side of the creek that was flooded, and they could, they were stuck.
Yep.
Of course, the propane tanks would come float down, hit something, and blow up.
Yeah. We occasionally have to sandbag around here. If I close the highway down, there's floodgates out here.
Wow.
And that's a sandbag. So we've done that before too. We'll just sit out there with fire trucks, sandbagging it. It doesn't seem like sense, but it's what we have to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, this station was built in 1981. Yes, 1981. Replaced the old station. It was in 1896.
Yeah, I remember seeing that on Facebook. I was like, oh, wow.
That's where the restaurant is now. So that's fire pole in it. And I remember playing on that one. I was 2 and 3 years old living here, and my dad was on the fire department from 69 to 72 here.
Wow.
So we moved out then, but yeah.
Yeah, our former fire department was right in the middle of downtown, and now it's a distillery and winery.
Oh, hey.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Stop in the old bays and have a drink. But
so what's wild about is when this was built, 1881, none of this was here. The station was out here in the middle, and they were concerned with the fact that they built it, almost a little over a mile north of where the original one was. So to go clear back to that end of town, it's going to be a long haul. Well, it's an extra minute and a half.
Yeah.
It's not that big a deal. But yeah, now look at it. We're in the middle of it.
Exactly.
So thinking for the future when they build it, it actually worked out pretty good.
I thought it was kind of funny that your guys' cemetery is right almost in the center of town. Right over here.
It used to be,
way out in the country, but nowadays.
So old 34 they call it, and we still use old 34 even though it's 200th Street. But it's the second set of stoplights down here, and that was the hub through town then until about 1970 or 69 or 70 when they put this out through here. And of course, the only thing that was out there was the Holiday Inn.
Yeah.
It was built, and the rest of it's still back in there. And this town's grown quite a bit, but yet lost population. Not changed. Used to be almost 7,000 people, now it's 5,500, 5,800.
Mm-hmm. Well, buddy, about done. You got any questions?
Can you see the light system before we leave?
Can you see the what?
The light up system?
Light up system.
Oh, you want to turn the lights on?
Yeah.
Sure, we can.
Fire something up.
Turn the lights on.
Yeah. Yep. There we go.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a traditional old kind of light. Started back in the 30s on the truck. And this one had it from the factory. They said, "Do you want that on there?" I said, "Oh, yeah, leave it on there. What the hell?" It's pretty cool. I got started up, put it in drive for it to work. So.
Okay. Oh, there you go, buddy. Wow.
Take that cab from 100 degrees to 70 in 2 minutes.
Nice.
Too bad we don't use it anymore. We do just for that in this type of weather. You know, this has to be first out the fire. Use volunteers, often paid guys that can bring this for a backup.
Yeah, see, one of the fun features with David there, he's autistic, but he's memorized where all the firehouses are in the Black Hills.
Oh, I bet.
By memory. I mean,
what's the one that is it west on 16 out of Rapid City, or what's that goes to the monument or Mount Rushmore?
off of 16, there's a
It's
station.
16 that goes in there, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause there's 6
95. We went there on vacation.
nice. Yeah, because up there's the Rockerville Volunteer Fire Department, but then what got funny is one year we were taking one of the back roads and discovered they'd actually built a second fire station back there. And I was like, well, somebody's got money. You can afford their own volunteer fire department.
Hey, what? You go out to Colorado, and there are people begging you to start a fire department out there because they get so far away from their insurance is just unbelievable.
Oh yeah.
And so they want to build a fire station, just put somewhere close to where at least the response time is cut down.
Yeah.
It gets to be, it's kind of the politics and the insurance rates and all that stuff. All it is about where it's at, not the fact that there's a population there. It's closer to your house or to a, a population center, shall I say.
Yeah.
Missouri's the same way. You'll be going around the Ozarks, and out in the middle of nowhere, there's a fire station. And that's just because it's in the middle, 2 or 3 miles this way. You might have some condominiums along the lake, another mile this way, and as one, they're not enough to have a fire department for. But you centralize it, you got enough for a fire department.
Yeah.
Fund, especially with the, especially you get 60 cents per thousand evaluation. You got 10, 12, $15 million condo there. There's money there to
Save. Yeah.
make things work. Hey, in fact, that Sunrise Beach down there, I know. I got a buddy that used to be stationed down there at where they had the B-2 bombers. No, he used to be at Fort Leonard Wood. He used to be at Fort Leonard Wood before he retired. Anyway, Sunrise Beach is 425 people. They have 2 stations and 8 people. And it's a mile and a half, 2 miles apart. And the city limits itself has 425 people.
Wow.
And they have 2 aerials, 3 bumpers, 4 ambulances, all that kind of stuff. Combined, it's like take this station and split it in 2. And 425 people. This town's 6,000. So that tells you, it's all about the condominiums and the subdivisions and all that along the lake that aren't in the city limits, but yet close enough to be protected by that city that has the fire.
Right. Ooh. Are we impressed?
Well, gentlemen, I gotta.
No problem.
We gotta watch the rig back here.
Go say bye, buddy.
Thank you. We're really not. I tell you, we're really not firefighter paramedics. We do that on the side. We're professional emergency vehicle watchers.
That works too. Yeah, have a good one.
Thank you.
Yep.